The Inclusive Environments team is really, in a nutshell, looking at all aspects of accessibility and inclusion within the built environment, whether that's buildings, cities, master plans, even right down to the design of a bathroom or a staircase. So historically, this might have been just considering things like how do we get people into and around buildings and cities, but now it's much broader than that. So we're looking at things like faith and gender and neuro-inclusion and a really wide range of subjects, really just trying to make sure that we're creating places that are truly as inclusive as possible for everybody.
We talk about 5 overarching principles, and the first of those is placing people at the heart of the design process. It's all about offering choice, spontaneity, inclusion, comfort and well-being and so on. So it's about making everywhere as comfortable as possible so that everyone has the opportunity to thrive in the built environment rather than just endure.
Regardless of your lived experience, regardless of your background, regardless of your physical abilities perhaps, can we create buildings where everybody really experiences equity, true equity, and where actually everyone has a completely equal opportunity to succeed and to live their very best lives? And one thing actually that we often find is it's not just about engaging with maybe the obvious people. We really need to be thinking more deeply about it and thinking, well, who's not using this space? Why are they not using this space? Are they feeling disenfranchised? Do they feel that it's difficult for them to use or to access? And actually by starting to dig more deeply into those questions, we can really ensure that we're having a truly inclusive stakeholder engagement process.
The benefit of having stakeholder engagement as early as possible is it gets the buy-in from the groups that we're trying to make sure are represented within the project. It doesn't necessarily change the outcome, but it means then that the client from an earlier stage understands the reasoning behind some of our recommendations that we're trying to get across. And it's that transparency for the people that are ultimately going to use the venue or the project. So I think that's where we can add quite a significant value to the project.
I was really excited to see what the company was doing in this space, really taking the lead in terms of pushing forward and trying to create new standards and new best practice approaches. So a really good example of this is the PAS 6463, which is about designing for neurodiversity. That's a standard which Buro Happold co-sponsored and which Jean in our team was the technical author of. It's one of many examples where I feel we're really leading the way. We have got some real subject experts. We've got people who are incredibly passionate about the topic, who truly live and breathe inclusivity and accessibility. Whether that's people who are writing guidance documents, that's people who are creating new standards, or just doing it every day, creating genuinely inclusive places. We're doing this from a place of altruism, wanting to create a better world, but it shouldn't be ignored that there is a big financial benefit to being more inclusive, creating more accessible places. And it's something that we're interested in researching more and getting more data on, but definitely something that our clients are starting to understand really well now.